Congratulations, first of all, Lex, on completing another successful project. Before we get started, how are you feeling right now?
I feel good. I feel great. When people see my work, I'm always very like, just not being able to see the faces is different. Because I just had the premiere, yesterday, and I can see everyone's reaction. So here I'm just reading these comments like,
Right.
it's cool though. It's good.
No, I mean, it's very inspirational, especially in the time that we're living in right now, for you to put out such a beautiful project amongst everything. So let's get started. Let's talk to the people that we're here to talk to, cast and crew. Let me give a shout out first to Jojo, T. Gibbs, one of my favorite actors in the game. What up, Jojo?
Hey, what's up, Chelle?
How you been, man? I ain't seen you in a minute.
I know you. I've been missing you in my life. How you doing?
I know. I'm gonna get back. But thank you so much for being here. How did you feel about the film?
Oh man, I loved it. Lex sent it to me a couple weeks ago. I feel like, and I watched it. I got like a little sneak peek, and I was absolutely so impressed. First of all, yes, for completing a project during COVID,
Right.
And successfully knocking that out, like. That shit is dope, and it's tenacious. So, much respect to you for getting that knocked out. The lighting, the acting, everything. I thought Cole and Porter did an incredible job with the acting, and just the twist at the end really got me. I was like, it's always great when you see something that makes you sit up in your seat and be like, oh shit, and grabs your attention. So I really, really, really. I love the twist at the end. I was getting on Lex about the breakfast. I was like, damn, that's mad carbs in that breakfast.
That's what I said.
I was like, damn, you got a pancake, a waffle, you got nothing but bread.
Well, that's my favorite breakfast. I'm just gonna throw it out there. That's why I had to write that one in.
Yo, where do you put it?
Everything.
I was like, what kind of sex they have that a bitch can up and make all that shit the next day? Because I need that kind of love in my life. That's 3 different options right there.
Yo, I was like, as me being professionally fat, I was like, yo, this is something right here. They got all 3 options right now. I'm like, yo, I'm not hitting it right.
I was
impressed. Look, for those who don't know, Jojo T. Gibbs is the lead actor on Lena Waithe's 20s. That's on BET. And you did an amazing job this season. I loved every episode, every minute of that and what you did, and just seeing your face. You got one of those faces I want to see all the time. But you're for our generation right now, you're one of the leading faces in representation. Mm-hmm. How do you feel this show, this project, this film, this masterpiece, how do you feel that showed up in representation for queer folk?
Yeah, it's so impactful. Like, I think because, I've been out and, myself for so many years now, sometimes I can become detached and disconnected from the process and of coming out or coming into yourself, and how I sought out content to help me realize who I was. And it wasn't the easiest thing to do. So, when I recollect on content like Twenties or this project in particular, being able to watch, somebody is going to watch this and be like, that's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I relate to that. Like, I don't feel alone. And I think that's what's so significant about just representation in general in film and television. Everybody should be able to see themselves, or just, not feel like you're the only one having a particular experience.
Right.
So, I felt like with 7, it was more than just about, LGBTQ. It was just about love in general. And you could just, feel that and feel the essence of being afraid to lose someone again. We've also, we've all, I don't know, we've all had heartbreak, but shit, I did,
right.
So, and
everybody had a few.
Everybody.
I say one.
Yeah. Okay, I got a question for you. So,
you can get heartbroken from a family member, a parent, heartbreak comes from all over.
Yeah, but heartbreak from a lover, that hit different, nigga.
It do hit you, right?
It had your chest hurting. You be like, God damn.
I'm over here like, yeah, I felt that.
Yeah, you're right. You can't sleep. You can't do nothing. So look, Jojo.
Take a pill. It ain't nothing you can do.
Ain't nothing you can do. So look, I got a question for you.
Yes,
If you were Sky and you had the memory lapse,
mm-hmm.
and that happened to you, would you stay or would you leave? That's in the polls. Make sure y'all go take that poll right now. But would you stay, Jojo, or would you leave if that happened to you?
I would have stayed. You know, I mean, clearly they reconnected more. I mean, they connected more than once. You know what I'm saying? Without her even knowing. So, I mean, that's special. You know what I'm saying? That's like cosmic type shit happening more than one time. You know, they ran into each other off some casual, random stuff. So I don't know. I would stay. I wouldn't be mad. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was kind of shady to have sex with her without saying something.
Violation, bro. That was a violation.
Yeah, big time.
But I understand, like, her mama came at her. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to understand people's circumstances with their family and how much they value people in their lives. And so, you know, I've had situations like that where, you know, people have chosen, you know, you see where people, if they're not ready, they'll choose their family over this circumstance. Yeah. So, you know, I could see why she was hesitant to tell her the truth, you know?
Right. No, you're absolutely right. Well, thank you so much, Jojo. I'm glad you enjoyed
Thank y'all.
it.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
Make sure y'all check out season 2 of 20s because you about to kill it again.
Yes,
and,
please.
Yes, please. You already know I love you so much.
I love you too, Chelle. Y'all, I love you too, Lex. And have a wonderful evening. Thank y'all for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye, y'all.
Okay. You know, when you get a JoJo endorsement, that's everything. Okay.
Listen, she's doing some big things for the community. And that's like, I'm telling you, like, I met Jojo at her premiere. And I was going to support, you know, and come to find out she watched Aquarius and she was a fan too. So for me, I was like, damn, like, that's big. Yeah, I met JoJo when they first announced she was going to be the lead actor in 20s. And I hit her up and she responded and came on LesTalk and did the interview. So JoJo's always showing love. And, you know, I just love the way that our community is showing up. Guys, please go ahead and request that video on. It's not allowing you. There we go. Zharmila's here. All right. Zharmila. Hey, mama, how you doing?
Good. How is everyone else?
Everyone's fine. Perfect. Now that you're here, listen. Welcome everybody, Zharmila, to the stage right now. You're a singer-songwriter from the Bay Area. Mad respect for that. You can follow her on IG at Zharmila and on Twitter at Zharmila Music, and that's ZHARMILA. Listen, you look amazing too. How you doing?
How you doing?
I'm doing great. I was a bit nervous here.
No, you were surrounded by love.
Yeah, the song. I didn't even see it.
Oh yeah?
I appreciate that. Yeah.
No. You're surrounded by love. Listen, let me just tell you, the song was perfect for the project. I don't know how you tapped in. Well, I'm about to ask you, how did you tap in so deeply with the music and just correlating it so perfectly to the project? How did you do that?
I was just inspired by the film itself. Lex approached me and was like, hey, what if we tried to have a theme song for it? And I was like, I can try to lock it down within like 3-4 days. And, you know, that scene alone, when I first watched it, I was sobbing. And I told you like over and over, I'm like, this is so amazing. And I just like feel everything. So I really wanted to like capture that in the way that I wrote the song. And I hope that it did.
You absolutely did that. Absolutely. I felt the intentions around the song, and it was very impactful for the project. I mean, it made me feel that scene when you hit that 7 years. I was like, oh shit. Oh, I was okay until the 7 years hit. I was like, oh shit. What are some of your musical inspirations? How did you get here?
How did I get here? I've been singing ever since I learned how to talk. That's what my mom told me. She said that as a baby, I used to only fall asleep to marching band music. So music has just been a part of my life forever. Yeah, I used to, growing up, I was like 6, 7 years old listening to Celine Dion. So
Okay, Celine will get you there. Celine will get you where you're supposed to be for sure. What is one thing you would like us to know about your music? Because I'm reading the comments. You have fans now after this. What is one thing you want them to know about your music past 7, the project?
7? Pertaining to 7 first, I just love writing love songs, and I'm just a very, I don't know, I don't want to say sad person, but I write sad music for those nights where, you know, you want to unwind and kind of let all of your emotions out. But yeah, if you guys are into that vibe, that's basically what I make, and there's going to be more of it coming.
That's what really attracted me to music too, is because I'm very dark. Like I can be very dark. I'm a bright light person, but I like to explore those dark spaces, and it really makes me understand like who I am as a person. So when I first heard your first song, a lot of people don't know this, but when I first heard Zharmila's song, I created a whole scene for it. It wasn't that sex scene in episode 6 of Aquarius wasn't even a scene until I heard the song, and I was like, ooh, we're gonna do this. So that's pretty much what attracted me, was that darkness and that like it's raw. It's not, you know, sugar coated. It's some real stuff.
Right. That was beautiful. Thank you so much for your part in this project. It really was impactful. Again, thank you so much, Zharmila. Make sure y'all follow her on Twitter and IG and tap into some of this good music.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Zharmila. All right. Let's see what we got coming up next. We got Porter Gabriel. Right? How you feeling?
Yeah, I don't know.
How's your day going? We just watched you get tricks, all type, but we on your side, Porter. Okay, we just watched you go through a whole lot. How you feeling?
I mean, I don't know, man. I love her, so I don't know.
You sticking to it. I feel that.
I love her, you know.
No, you did was any part of this project triggering for you?
Oh my God. I felt like my whole arm was done. I was like,
right.
I'm gonna grab mine. Beyond triggered. Like it was just beautiful. There's so many similarities in 7. I mean, sorry, Sky and I. So it was beautiful.
Right. Do you have a favorite part in the movie? I always love to hear that from the actors, like what their favorite part was.
So my favorite part, when I initially read the script was, what was our love like?
Oh, right. Take me out. Take me all the way out.
It just like, I just died. I died. The first time I read it, I've been crying since I read it. I'm glad everybody was watching me watch it, because I was crying so hard. It's just, it's beautiful.
It was. Now, let me ask you this. In real life, if that would have happened, would you have stayed? Would you have come back and knocked on the door and took a bath and then let her run down your relationship? Would you have done that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm a lover, and I feel like anyone would want that to happen for them. Like you had the love of your life and something traumatic happened, and then you reconnect, you find each other again. It's like that old adage, like you let it go and it comes back, it belongs to you. Right. So I think anyone would want that type of love story, no matter how brutal that shit was. Bitch, my mama.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Oh, you was brain dead too. You still remember parts of it. I was like, oh, this is so good.
And you like that scene of you in that room where you're just like standing up. Like for me, that was so powerful. Like it was so powerful because it was like your voice cracked. Like you're arguing or you're mad with somebody. Like sometimes you just like the voice crack, everything. Like you gave all of that. And I felt that when we were in the room, like just watching us. Everything, I literally was just like oh my God, like I was forgetting to call cut. Like that's how deep into the scenes I was getting into it. So yeah, definitely you had me have, a lot of feels during that time. So
definitely, Porter, you did that. Like I had to rewind a couple of times, and then I forgot we were all on schedule together, and I was like, all right, let me get it together. And can I just say, even my roommate was like, your side profile was so intense for some reason. It was causing so much tension. Like it was something about it. Like, so I mean, that's a segue to the question about you and Cole had such amazing chemistry. I mean, it was like that was a real thing, right? It was amazing chemistry. How much did that chemistry aid in the script? Like, were you guys able to do more during that sex scene? You had a lot of intimate scenes. Did that chemistry make you feel safer to do that with her? Or were you apprehensive about like the sex scenes and things like that?
Well, to be totally honest with you, the day started on the beach. We started on the beach, and Cole and I did not discuss comfort levels or anything. And I think that lends to what she said earlier about us both being Sagittarius. When we are in something, we're in it. And when we got to the first scene on the beach, I was no longer Porter, I was Sky. So when Seven first kissed me, well, actually when Cole kissed me, and then I dropped into the Sky, and then she was no longer Cole, she was Seven. So the love scenes were like second nature, if that makes sense.
Right. Did you all know each other before this, Porter and Cole?
Yeah, Cole and I knew of each other. We didn't know each other. We had no idea that we both Sagittarius, both fiery, both. We have so much in common. It is ridiculous. She's such a beautiful spirit. And so, yeah, we knew of each other, but we didn't know each other. Like now we were very familiar with each other now.
Okay. Well, I got a question from the audience here. How long have you been acting, Porter?
I've been doing this for a while. But as I stated, the pandemic just thrust me into where I'm supposed to be. And that goes to Lex. I am so grateful for our paths crossing and just alignment and your obedience to helping me get into my where I'm supposed to be. Like it's everything is what it's supposed to be. And I'm grateful for you. Like I said, I can never, ever, ever say it enough. Thank you for seeing Sky in me and believing in me. And I put everything in it. And I'm grateful that you are proud of what I gave you.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, I saw the audition tape and I was like, yeah, this is it.
Do we need to talk about the audition tape, nigga? Like,
let's talk about the audition tape. Who's special about the audition tape? We want to know.
Bruh. When she first let me read the script, I was on the phone. First of all, I'm a horrible FaceTimer. I was on the phone like, it was horrible. And I was reading, I was so excited. I sent the damn tape was like, I think it was like landscape. It was the wrong format. It was the wrong format. It was horrible. It took forever for her to get the audition tape, but I'm so happy she still saw it and believed in me.
You did a great job. I loved how you shifted your vulnerability in times where they needed to be shifted. You took those beats. Those pauses were so impactful. You did an amazing job. Thank you so much, Porter Gable, for that. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
And okay, so the whole short is called 7. So we got Cole Lawson in the building. Again, introducing you, a vegan chef, herbalist, yoga teacher, actress on Curious. Of course, season 1 still streaming on Amazon Prime. Go ahead and get that. Cole, how are you doing today?
Unmute your mic.
You mean mine?
Oh, do I just stay here?
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
How you doing today, Cole?
I want to see other people talking. Can I wait? Hold on. Okay. Look, I went to the chat for the stage. I'm here. We good.
Okay. How you feeling today, Cole?
I feel blessed.
Wow.
I feel very blessed. I'm very excited. I'm very anxious. I feel like there's so much energy inside of me. I can't actively like put it out. Like my body won't even allow all of this to like exude itself.
Well, you definitely put a lot of energy into this project. We thank you for how you showed up, and you were so intense and so powerful when it came to just revealing certain things and like staying in the pocket when you knew you was holding on to that lie the whole time. And you did such a great job with that.
Yeah, y'all should have seen me with the water bottle sitting next to me. Like, come on, y'all, come on. You gotta get it right now. Come on.
And also, just to chime in real quick, just let you guys know, Cole is also an associate producer on Seven. So thank you to Cole for supporting, a friend, a business partner, and helping us get to where we are. So thank you, Cole, for that. And man,
that's
girl, I couldn't have a better Seven because it wouldn't have been me.
Wow, that's beautiful. So, like, Cole, let me ask you, what was it like producing and acting on this project?
It was an experience. It's different. I think acting is very fun. Acting brings the creative side. Producing lets you know how much other work goes into putting on a actual film, an entire production.
Right.
Like things like down to the minuscule things, like things like that you guys may have noticed, like the Black Lives Matter fucking wine bottle, like that didn't magically appear. That takes like production, like someone ordering the label and going and putting the label on the actual bottle and getting the wine. There's so much tedious, minuscule things that go into putting on a full production to really create a scene that we didn't know, or I didn't know specifically until actually embarking on that role.
That's beautiful. And I like that word, minuscule. I like that. What did you feel when you first met your character, Seven? How did you feel when you first met Seven?
Oh, I thought Seven was sweet. I thought that she was a person. I felt like Seven met Sky when she was just a little bit underdeveloped. I think that Seven was like this girl who was just very mysterious and very not promiscuous, but like was undercover promiscuous. Like she gives me very Lex vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like very under the radar.
Yeah, like, damn, where's the loyalty code? Like,
I was like, yo, ain't that your boy?
Is that the truth, baby?
Okay.
I would say single Lex is 100% different than relationship Lex. Okay, you get two different people. Period.
I know the comments is going up like, damn,
right?
Put her on.
Right. No, she didn't even throw me over the bus. Like, you gonna roll me over.
Like, I'm scared to ask another question. Like,
I'm trying.
No.
But when I met Seven, I honestly felt like Seven was a very sweet person. I feel like Seven, unfortunately, like a lot of people in our generation, meet another person who can match their energy, but it just happens to not be at the right time in their lives, because Seven she really wanted her career to take off, and she was really trying to focus on that. And like, it meant sacrificing her relationship, even though she knew she was in love with that person. And that created a lot of turmoil and a lot of things that need to be fixed now. So Seven, like tapping into that character was like really interesting for me because it was literally me being on the opposition of what I've been in my actual relationships,
Right.
So it actually gave me a chance to really do my own shadow work and understanding like what my partners were going through in a time when they met me, and they're like, oh my gosh, you're so developed, you're so evolved, you're so understanding, but I'm not there. But I want you, but I'm not there.
Right. No, that's beautiful. And you talk about Seven with such compassion, and I appreciate that. But can we talk about how Seven like really
Yeah.
like, can we just talk about how Seven really still like has sex with this woman knowing that they had a previous relationship and didn't talk to her?
Okay,
How did you feel about that?
Honey, we gonna get our nut. Period.
Yo, like that's out.
All right, let me comment real quick. I needed that to be in because it's very important. Levels of consent is very important, and we don't think about stuff that people don't remember.
Yeah.
Her engaging in that when the other person has no idea to me is, I don't want to say it goes hand in hand or is similar, but you know, we need to be mindful about consent and people understanding and knowing before blacking out and stuff. Like, people don't consider that crossing the line. And it absolutely, so for me, I wanted to write about that in a more gentle way, but also another way to be like, damn, like, I mean, I wouldn't do that. Like, that's kind of unethical, you know?
No, it's hella unethical. The comments are going up right now.
It is. But I
got a question right here.
I also think that being realistic and like taking on this character, I think that Seven in the moment, in the heat of the moment in the situation, for her, we also have to be very sensitive and very compassionate and graceful in the fact that Seven has all these actual emotions rushing back to her. You see what I'm saying? Like, she did not lose her memory. She had to live with the fact that her partner lost her memory and does not remember anything about her or anything about their connection or anything about their love. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost as if like Seven's the bad person, but I feel like Seven kind of just had this situation where he had to let the love of her life go based on just one argument that they had. And whereas Sky got to live a new life, Seven didn't. Like, Seven continued to live her life and to think about this person who she lost, who she loved.
No, you're right. But still, the question still exists. Is Seven a fuckboy?
No! Is Seven a fuckboy?
Is Seven a fuckboy?
I think Seven is a reformed fuckboy. Okay, I think Seven got fuckboy tendencies, but Seven is reformed. She is in love. Seven loves Sky. But Seven's like, I look like a fuckboy, like I'm cute. You feel me?
Right.
But Sky's my motherfucking main star player. Sky's the motherfucking star player, okay? Period.
Okay.
Period. Everybody needs to know Sky is the star player, okay?
Did you have any reservations about playing someone who was teetering on the line of consent and deception like that? Did you have a hard time playing that role?
I did not. I think I had a harder time stepping into a more masculine role than I did stepping into that aspect of things, because I am a woman who has dealt with sexual abuse and sexual trauma in her own life. It does not make it very hard for me to portray these images because there are actual experiences that I've been through. But it was harder for me to express the masculine side of that, the dominant side of that. It was harder for me to really tap into the power that people seek in those situations more so.
Well, you did that perfectly. I thought, like, when I saw you in the black on the beach, I was like, oh, look at Cole, like a little boy. Okay. You did that perfectly. Both you, Skylar and Seven, Porter and Cole, y'all brought these characters to life. Thank you so much for giving us life through those performances and really embodying just the true emotion in every word in the script. Y'all did a great job.
Yes, Cole, Porter, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Like I was saying, I was supposed to play Seven, and literally I was like, Cole and I were talking about it because Cole originally was going to actually play Sky.
Yeah, I auditioned for Sky.
Y'all actually auditioned for Sky, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to move some things around. And I'm very happy I did that, because I wouldn't have been able to give you guys that performance, and the way that they both were just so invested in their characters. Like, it was a point where I'm talking to Cole and she's literally like,
don't fucking talk to me right now. I am Seven.
But I kind of gotta let you know the next scene. But you know what? Go ahead, Seven. You got that.
Right.
They embodied it, and I'm very, very, very thankful for that. I wouldn't have had it any other way.
No, yeah. And I'm glad you are speaking on that right now. Let's bring to the stage right now the creator, the writer of Seven, the short, and Curious, the TV series, and all type of everything you can catch this person's hands. And what I call them is Lexi Poo. But y'all don't have to call Lexi Poo. But let's please bring to the stage Alexandra King. I want everybody clapping right now too. Everybody in the house should be clapping.
Thank you. I am very excited. I was very I woke up this morning with a lot of anxiety, and I've been trying to give you guys this project. It's been done for a month, and this made me hold my patience to wait until today, because it's the day that I gave myself to do it. But man,
first of all, don't try to skip. Listen, I am so proud of you. Okay, you continuously show up for our community with these beautiful projects. I mean, thank you so much for that. Let's just take a moment for that, right? Take a moment to be present here and this completion. You did it, right? Now you can eat after this.
Eating, sleeping, nothing.
Right. You did it, bro. I'm so proud of you. This was a beautiful film. Let's start by talking about what I was captured by off the back, which was the lighting. What made you choose that lighting? That was some man.
I am big on like LED lights and colors. So when you come to my, my apartment, like each room probably gonna be a different color, and I like to step into those different spaces because colors really make you feel something. So for 7, for me, it was very important that if you guys notice, is in one location.
Yeah.
But moving up around the location, I'm giving you a different room. Sometimes, there's, cinematographers that'll shoot and you can tell you've been in the same room the whole thing. And I don't really like that type of filming. So this one, I was very adamant about giving you that emotion. And, when you hit that red light, you're ready for that red light special, put that TLC on, you hit that blue light, it gets really vulnerable and you're, deep in your feelings. You hit that purple light, which is fun, quirky, flirty. And then that green and yellow was very important scene for me. That just tuned in with like reality and life, like real things that are going on.
Right. And I know everybody wants to know, like, where do you be getting these stories from? Like, where you cut? This is inside of you? Like, what's?
I got so many more. This is only the beginning. Y'all don't even know the half of the shit that goes on in here. So 7 came to me. It was out of a fear. I spoke about this in an interview that's going to be up soon. Claudia, who's on here, she did an interview with a network in Miami, and I talk about it in there as well. But 7 was based on a fear. I lost a cousin of mine a few years back, and it was in a car accident. So with me dealing with death and figuring out my emotion and how to accept it, I kind of just like throw so many scenarios at myself. And during this time when I was, mourning the loss of him, I just was like, damn, like, and I'm also single at the time when I created this script back in February. And I remember just sitting there thinking like, wow, like, what if I'm single right now, but what if I like met the love of my life? Like what would happen if like they passed? Like, how would I be able to handle that? Like, is there anything worse than that? Mm-hmm. And in my mind, I'm like, the worst thing could be if something happens and they don't fucking remember me. I spent my whole life waiting for somebody, and then I got to know that you're living a whole life and you don't remember anything about me.
Right.
So that's how 7 came. So it came about based upon a fear, trauma, but I like to play in those areas because I like to better understand myself.
Beautiful. How long did it take you to? It did that too. It was beautiful. We have some comments here that they want to say, sorry for your loss. And grief brings a lot of understanding.
Yeah,
right? It does. It brings a lot of understanding. What did you learn about yourself while making this film?
Ooh, patience, and that everything is not for everybody. I was in a relationship, like just ended a relationship when I created this. And originally I'm like, you could be a part of it. And then I'm seeing someone else, you could be a part of it. And that just told me like, yo, like,
calm down.
Isn't for everybody. Like your work is your work and your partner's work is your partner's work. So for me, it taught me a lot of patience and a lot of understanding and not willing to just give my stuff to other people. In the sense of like, if you created it, you need to do it, and not depend on other people. And quarantine showed me a lot about myself and a lot more about my writing and my drive and what I'm like as a writer in a relationship and as a writer outside of a relationship. And that's two different people. And I want to make sure I maintain that same writer's personality.
Right.
So that was pretty much my biggest lesson for real.
And I think you conquered a really challenging part of having only 2 actors and in the same place at the whole time you were filming.
Right.
How did you make that feel so fresh? Like I legit thought, I know I was in the apartment, but I legit never felt stagnant. I legit felt like I was in a different room, even when I knew that was like the same room. But I felt like I was in a different room. The pool felt like it felt like a memory, right? How did you keep that so fresh? How did you do that? You want to give anybody who's trying to produce their own show any techniques or tips?
Man, just take chances. If you have an idea, I feel like if you are literally navigating through that idea, you can figure out exactly what you want to do. Like, for example, I'm going to give an example. I really wanted that bath. And I was literally sitting there like, how the hell am I going to convince somebody that they just found out that they've been together for 7 years and she's going to get in the bathroom naked with her? Like, so in my writing, I was pushing that, okay, how do I make this feel like not the same scene as the bedroom, not the same scene as the kitchen, and more so like her being in that tub was the most vulnerable space for her.
Right.
It's about being reborn and you're completely just nude and you're there. All the cards are on the table. And that was the most important part for me, was like, how can I get that to happen? And that's how I kind of wrote that scene in, to be honest. But I wanted it to feel different. And I think definitely the lighting helps, the angles. Lewis, who did our, he's a director of photography. I've never worked with anyone greater than him in film right now. And the way that he was able to take my vision, I tell him like, hey, I want this. And he executed. And I was like, I also let him have freedom as well. Like, a lot of the work that you see that's our work combined. He did a lot of stuff asking, hey, can we try this? Would this be okay? And I'm very open to those things. So yeah, I just, I was just taking chances. So my advice to tell you is just take the chance. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
And which one of the characters do you relate to the most? Sky or Seven?
I'm gonna go with Seven. Because Seven is like, when I wrote her, a lot of her was in me, in that sense of like, I don't want to say too much because I don't want to make anyone upset. And I rather, I can hold my feelings in and I'll be the one that can hold it all for us. And you don't have to do that. And that's kind of more of my type. And Seven is also transition. So she's teaching me how to say, you know what, I actually do need to say this. Like, I have to say this. I don't care where this goes. I have to get this off my chest. And that's something personally that I was working on. So, yeah.
Okay. Where did you get your? We have some questions over here for you. They want to know what made you want to become a film writer and director, and what schooling did you take for script writing or screenwriting?
Yeah, so university was free. It's called Google University, YouTube University, all these places. That's literally how I learned how to do my writing. I went to school for a whole different thing that I literally just kind of picked out of a catalog and was just like, well, I want to play basketball, so I'm going to go here. I didn't take writing serious until probably like a year ago. Before then, I was just writing like, stories in my book, or, I was like, oh, I want to write a show. And I just like started writing the show, and I was teaching myself through YouTube and through Google. I didn't have any professional education. I just kind of did my own thing and taught myself, but I really enjoyed it. I have passion for it. So it makes me want to learn even more. Like, I would like, after this, I already seen this thing like 100 times and I already know how I want to be better. So after this interview, I'm probably going to be online trying to like look up more classes or courses or people advice, or watching other people's like film and listening to the director's cut. Like, I do all that on my own.
That's beautiful. That's very beautiful. I think we are all just so captured with all of your work that you do. What can we look forward to in the future? What's next?
Yeah, so I know you guys been asking about queries. That's the only question I get. First of all, ask me how I'm doing first, y'all. And then get to the queries. But you tricked me a little bit. Like, damn. But no, okay, so we're going to do Queries season 2, but right now, if you guys notice, if you guys have been following us and you've seen our work from Queries to now, we've upgraded, and we're only going to keep upgrading, and that it costs a lot of money. So for us to give you guys a great quality show, we have to have the budget to do that. We have to have the budget. We have our Patreon account. If you go on Patreon, we're Patreon/Queries TV, Cash App. All of those things help. Watching our videos on YouTube, streaming them, sharing them, all those things will help us get season 2 for you guys. As for 7, my goal is to pitch 7 to a network, and I want to turn 7 into 7 Skies, which will give you guys a little bit of the background of their relationship, and whether or not they end up trying to be together or they just separate after that night. So that's going to be the goal. And in the meantime, until we get funding for those things, I'm going to try to put on at least once every other month another short film, so different short films.
Oh, you going ham like when rappers be like, I'm gonna put out a mixtape every month. Oh, you about to go ham like that?
I'm doing this working. The thing is I'm gonna keep working and keep working and keep working. If somebody picks me up, then someone picks me up. But until then,
yeah,
my work's gonna get out. And the stuff that's in here is this 7's only the beginning. Just trust me on that.
And is there anybody you want to work with? Since we got a lot of projects coming from you and we're excited about that, is there anyone that you want to work with?
Definitely Jojo. Jojo's on my list to work with. Very appreciative that she took the time out to connect with you guys and to talk to us. And of course, Lena, would love to work with Lena, and Ava DuVernay, Tyler Perry. Those are going to be my top people to work in the industry with. Soon come.
Yeah, well, we're extremely proud of you. Everybody here in the room enjoyed that. I can see this definitely on another Amazon Prime or take over all those apps for all I care. That's what I want to see you on. A project on every app is what I see you.
I'm working on it. And just so you guys know, for if anyone either got laid and they couldn't see it, just go ahead and DM me. And also, if you have friends and family who want to check out the film, you guys want to share, Instagram, social media, that stuff goes a long way. That's why Careers is where we are today. If you guys can share that, 7theshort.com is where everyone else can watch it. So you guys got first dibs. It will be available tonight, 7theshort.com. So please let your friends know, tag your grandma, all that stuff.
Right. Congratulations again, Lex. Thank you so much for continuously giving us these quality projects. I cannot wait to see what's next from you. Is there anything else you want us to know about the project, what's coming next, how we can donate, how we can follow and support?
Yep. So if you go to QuariusTV.com, you'll see everything you need to see there. So how to donate, how to get on board, what's coming next. Make sure you guys show the cast some support because Porter and freaking Cole worked hard on this.
Yeah.
We had some backstage help too from Sean, Brianna. We had I think she's in here right now, Megan, who gave us the location. Poor Megan thought we were only going to be in there for 3 hours. We ended up being there for 12, split between 2 days. So thank you for Megan. Shanice, who's also on here, who helped us out. She donated her time and got us those BTS photos. It was definitely a group effort. Lewis, man, just wait, y'all. When me and Lewis start working together even more, it's better content coming. Just understand that. So, Lewis, thank you so much for that, and everyone who's been a part of it. Thank you guys. Make sure you guys share, comment. You want to watch it again? 7theshort.com.
Man,
it's a good date night, so y'all need to take some notes.
This is a good date night movie. I can't wait to get me I'm just listen. Listen. I'm so proud of you. This was it says, is there a specific time that it will be available on the website? Is it available right now on the website?
Available right now on 7theshort.com.
7theshort.com. Go ahead and run them numbers up. Watch as many times as y'all want. Make sure y'all donate and Cash App, and because we want to keep seeing things from you, Lex. Thank you so much again for this.
And thank you, Chelle. Shelle's been definitely a supporter since day one. My very first interview that I did was on Chelley's show, so make sure you check her out. Check the YouTube out. I appreciate you on a whole nother level. You know that, putting out with everything that goes on in life, you definitely, I think about you often and definitely on my heart often.
I appreciate that, man. You know, it's all love all the time with me and you, and we got something coming too. Don't even trip.
Yeah, they're waiting for it. It's coming. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, I love y'all, man. Y'all supporting and being here today it's everything. It's everything for independent filmmaker, and it's everything to me. And I'm excited to go ahead and roll this back into the next one. Thank y'all.
For sure. And make sure y'all keep supporting your community and the people around you that's striving and doing hard, working hard. Make sure y'all supporting your community. So thank y'all so much for being here. I'm your host, Chelle. This has been 7 The Short, presented by Aquarius TV and Alexander. I'm going to say your good name. Alexander King, your prestigious name. Thank you so much to Porter, Gabriel, and Cole for doing such an outstanding job. Make sure you follow everybody and just continue to support this project and the people behind it. And thank everybody who showed up tonight.
Yep, and make sure you guys check out Zharmila's music. I'm not exactly sure when she's dropping 7, but the song is available and exclusive for us.
That song was bomb.
Listen.
All right, y'all have a good night. And this has been 7 The Short.
7 The Short. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all.
Bye.